Have you ever met someone who didn't need to speak? Somehow the entire room noticed them the moment they arrived? There's something about their presence, subtle yet impossible to ignore. They don't demand attention, they attract it. Their very energy seems to ripple outward, pulling people in with a force that's hard to explain, but impossible to deny. This isn't magic. It's not charisma in the traditional sense. No, they didn't read some How to Be Magnetic book last night. What you're sensing is aura, your aura. That invisible field of energy surrounding you, shaped by your thoughts, emotions, and inner state, has the power to speak for you long before your voice ever does. And here's the truth. Most people don't even realize they have a powerful aura. It's not loud. It doesn't show off. It just quietly fills the space, changing how people respond to you, how they treat you, and how deeply they remember you. Over the years, I've noticed something fascinating. People with strong, radiant energy often share a few traits, small but undeniable signs that reveal just how influential their aura truly is. And today, I'm going to walk you through 5 of those signs. 5 ways your aura might be far more powerful than you ever imagined. Not based on myths, but grounded in subtle, everyday experiences you've probably felt, but never connected to your energy field until now. Before we dive in, a quick reminder: understanding your aura isn't just interesting or woo-woo, it's transformative. It can shift the way you carry yourself. It can change how you connect with people, how you lead, love, and heal, starting from within. And if you're short on time, feel free to watch this at 1.5x or even 2x speed, but please don't skip around. Each sign builds upon the last, layering your understanding step by step. This isn't just a list, it's a mirror, so are you ready? Ready to find out if your energy field has been quietly shaping your life in ways you never even noticed? And let's begin with sin. Number 1, let me warn you, once you hear this, you'll start seeing it everywhere. Have you ever walked into a room and without saying a word, you became the center of attention? Not because you were trying to be, or because you looked flashy or loud, but because people just noticed you. Maybe you were in line at the grocery store, and a stranger suddenly started pouring out their life story. Or perhaps you were at a cafe, quietly minding your own business, and someone felt compelled to sit near you, talk to you, trust you. That's not random. It's not because you have a nice face or a friendly vibe. What you're experiencing is what I call the stranger magnet effect. And it's the first, clearest sign of a truly powerful aura. Your energy reaches people before your words do. It signals something that can't be faked, something that makes people feel seen, safe, and drawn in. Just last week, I watched a friend of mine, someone with a beautifully strong aura, into a crowded coffee shop. She wasn't wearing anything flashy. She didn't speak loudly. She simply walked in, calm and present. Within 5 minutes, 3 different people had asked to share her table. One of them offered to buy her a drink. The barista gave her a free pastry just because she didn't flirt. She didn't try. Her aura did the talking, and it's not just adults who pick up on this. Children and animals are natural energy detectors. They don't care about social cues. They're not impressed by status. They respond to vibration, truthful, raw energy. Have you ever seen how dogs rush up to certain people in the park? Or how babies who usually cry with strangers will reach out and smile at someone they've never met? That's not a coincidence. That's your aura communicating without words. Think about your daily life. Do store clerks remember you even after one visit? You get better service, even when you didn't ask for it? Does the grumpy bus driver actually smile when you step on? These aren't lucky breaks. They're reflections. Your aura is speaking for you before you do. And now, Even science is beginning to back this up, according to research from the HeartMath Institute. Our bodies actually generate electromagnetic fields, ones that can be felt by others within a several-foot radius. These fields shift depending on your emotional state, calm or anxious, kind or closed off. When your inner world is grounded, when your values align with your presence, your aura becomes a quiet but profound force. It comforts, it opens, it magnetizes. People can't explain it, but they feel it, they remember it, and most importantly, they're drawn to again and again. As we saw earlier, your aura can pull people toward you without you even trying. But it doesn't stop at first impressions, it lingers, quietly creating a sense of familiarity and warmth that puts others at ease. That's why, more often than not, new acquaintances talk to you like they've known you for years. Within minutes of meeting you, they start opening up, trusting you, showing signs of unexpected closeness. Let's try something simple. It's a short moment of reflection. Think back to just the past few days. Were there times when someone complimented you out of nowhere about your energy, your presence, or even something small like your voice or smile? Did a stranger suddenly start sharing something personal with you, like a long-lost memory or a current struggle, even though they didn't know your name? Were there moments where you were picked to speak, to lead, or to be trusted, even when others around you were equally qualified? And what about those tiny, quiet encounters that don't seem like much? A baby smiling at you in line, a dog choosing to sit by your feet instead of someone else's, or a friend telling you, "I don't know why, but I feel better just being around you." If you found yourself saying yes to any of these, congratulations. This is still sign number one at work. Your aura is radiant. It speaks before your words do. And the attraction others feel toward you isn't accidental. It's energetic. Now, let's gently step into the second sign, a deeper one. This one explains those strange, quiet moments of knowing. Those gut feelings that whisper to you long before anyone else senses something is off. Have you ever walked into a room, stopped mid-step, and just knew something wasn't right before anyone spoke, before you saw anyone's face? There was no obvious reason, but the tension hung in the air, thick, invisible, unmistakable. That feeling? That's not coincidence. That's not being too sensitive. That's your aura. Powerful, alert, and deeply intuitive. Sign number 2. You possess heightened emotional sensitivity and intuition. People with powerful auras don't just see the world, they feel it. Their energy field acts like a finely tuned antenna, picking up subtle emotional shifts and energetic ripples that most others miss. It's like living in a world where everyone sees in black and white, but you experience every interaction in high-definition color. I remember hearing about a woman who was about to board a flight. She had everything packed, her ticket in hand, and no real reason to hesitate. But just as she was about to check in, something told her not to get on that plane. Her friends thought she was being dramatic or paranoid. But hours later, news broke that the flight was delayed due to serious mechanical issues. She couldn't explain what she felt. She didn't need to. Her aura picked it up before logic could. And while this sensitivity is a gift, it's not always easy. Have you ever walked through a crowded shopping mall or sat in a noisy restaurant and out of nowhere felt completely drained, overwhelmed by anxiety, exhaustion, or emotion that wasn't yours? That's your aura absorbing the emotional static around you. The vibrations, both good and bad, that others give off are filtered straight through your field. And if you don't learn to protect that field, it can become exhausting. That's why people with strong auras are often advised to beware of energy vampires, those people who, whether they mean to or not, leave you feeling completely emptied. After even a short conversation, Your vibrant aura is like a glowing feast for someone whose energy is low or broken. They unconsciously feed off your emotional clarity, leaving you tired, anxious, or out of sorts. Sound familiar? Okay, but here's the upside. Once you become aware of this sensitivity, you can transform it into your greatest superpower. That little voice inside you, the one that says something's wrong, even when everyone else says things are fine. That's not anxiety. It's your inner knowing. When you suddenly feel the urge to call someone and you find out they're in crisis. When you sense a shift in someone's tone before they admit something's wrong. When your boss says, "It's all good," but your gut screams the opposite. That's your aura tuning in. Across space, across pretense, across energy. Now you might wonder, how do I tell the difference between anxious thoughts and real intuition? The answer is simple but profound. Anxiety feels like chaos. It asks the same question 100 different ways. Scattered, racing, and frantic. Intuition. It's calm, still. It simply whispers, "This is." It doesn't demand attention. It simply knows. And the good news? You can strengthen this ability just like a muscle. Start with a mindful practice. Before you enter any new space, pause. Take 3 deep breaths. Ask yourself, what am I feeling here that isn't mine? This short moment of clarity separates your inner voice from external noise. The more you practice this, the more refined your intuition becomes. You'll begin to trust your instincts more. You'll spot energy shifts before they become problems. And you'll protect your aura with the wisdom it deserves. 8. So if you're nodding along to this, if you've always felt like you pick up on things others completely miss, if you've been called too sensitive or too intense, but deep down you know it's something else, it's not a weakness. It's a sign of a rare kind of power moving through you. And hey, if you're loving these insights so far, your intuition probably already told you this would resonate, didn't it? Now might be the perfect moment to hit that subscribe button.
Let's
keep going, because sign number 3 might reveal something even deeper about the strength you didn't know you carried. Earlier, we explored how a powerful aura can heighten your emotional sensitivity and deepen your intuition. But what if I told you that your aura doesn't stop at emotional or invisible signals? Sometimes the energy around you becomes so strong, it spills into the physical world, leaving behind subtle, yet undeniable signs. In other words, the invisible becomes visible. You know what to look for? Your powerful aura isn't just floating in some mystical realm. It's real. It's measurable. And in many cases, it interacts with the environment in ways that both surprise and amaze. Let's dive into sign number 3, and it might be the most intriguing one so far. Physical manifestations of your energy, the kind others can see, feel, or even scientifically record. Have you ever experienced something odd? Something that logic couldn't quite explain? Maybe you were walking beneath a row of streetlights, and suddenly, one of them flickered and turned off right as you passed underneath. Or perhaps you've had a favorite watch that randomly stops ticking when it's on your wrist, but works perfectly fine the moment someone else wears it. These moments are more than just weird coincidences or malfunctioning gadgets. They're actually signs of your electromagnetic energy field interacting with the electronics and devices around you. People with powerful auras often report strange patterns like these: phones that overheat or drain unusually fast, laptops that freeze or glitch when they're emotional, light bulbs that flicker or blow out when they enter a room. Why does this happen? Because your bioelectric field is strong enough to disrupt nearby circuits. Literally, your energy overwhelms regular electronics. It's not magic. It's magnetism. And it's not just devices that respond. Temperature shifts are another clear indicator of aura activity. Have you noticed people often say you're warm to the touch of an when the room is cold? Or that they feel a subtle wave of heat when you enter a space? That's not just body temperature. It's vibrational. Your energetic frequency is so high, it translates into physical warmth that others can actually feel. And here's another strange, but telling sign. Have you ever gotten goosebumps out of nowhere? No scary movie, no chilly breeze. Just a sudden shiver down your spine or tingling on your skin. It might feel random, but it's not. Researchers at the University of California found that these spontaneous pilomotor responses, that's the technical term for goosebumps, often correlate with moments of heightened emotional or psychic sensitivity. In other words, your body is responding to energetic shifts before your mind catches up. It's your aura picking up on subtle frequencies in your surroundings. Let's get into the science for a moment. Every human body generates a bioelectric field. But in individuals with powerful auras, this field is measurably stronger in laboratory settings. Scientists have used specialized tools like Kirlian photography and gas discharge visualization cameras to capture these fluctuations. Results: energy doesn't lie. I once worked with an energy healer who could do something almost unbelievable when she entered a deep meditative state. The magnetic field around her body became so intense, it would cause compass needles to shift. Her energy field temporarily overpowered the Earth's magnetic pull in that small space. Of course, not everyone will experience it that dramatically. But subtler versions of this phenomenon are more common than you might think. A photographer once told me something that left a lasting impression. She said, "Before I even pick up my camera, I can tell who has a strong aura. Their presence literally shifts how my camera focuses. It's like their energy enters the lens, it becomes part of the picture. Their energy is visible to the eye of the lens, even before the shutter clicks." Isn't that extraordinary? These physical manifestations, whether it's flickering lights, shifting temperatures, or distorted camera focus, aren't just party tricks or strange little glitches. They're evidence. They confirm what ancient traditions and modern science are beginning to agree on. Your energy doesn't stop at the edge of your skin. It reaches outward, influencing and touching the material world around you. So if these kinds of experiences sound familiar, if you've ever noticed electronic devices acting up around you, or people commenting on your warmth, or cameras behaving strangely in your presence, chances are your aura isn't just strong, it's extraordinary. And in a world where so much feels uncertain, it's empowering to know that your presence alone, your silent, invisible energy can leave ripples. In reality, if you're enjoying this journey and finding these insights valuable, your support means the world. Feel free to click the thanks button below this video if you'd like to help us continue bringing this kind of content to more people like you. Because the more we understand our own energy, the more powerfully and peacefully we move through life. After seeing how your energy can manifest in the physical world, from flickering lights to intuitive goosebumps, it's time to explore something just as powerful, but more internal. Because as bright as your aura may be, even the strongest light needs protection, or it risks burning itself out. That brings us to sign number 4 of a truly powerful aura: natural boundary. Setting and intuitive energy management. People with strong auras don't just shine, they shield. They instinctively know when to give and when to pull back and recharge. It might seem subtle to the outside world, but inside, it's a finely tuned process of self-preservation and energy. Wisdom. Have you ever left a lively gathering and suddenly felt the deep need to be alone, even while everyone else was still laughing, chatting, and having a great time? You weren't being rude, you weren't being antisocial, you were listening to something deeper. Your energy field whispering, It's time to rest. This isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's your aura's intelligence at work. Imagine your aura as a magnificent lighthouse beaming in all directions, guiding others safely through storms of confusion or chaos. But here's the thing, that light takes fuel. Keeping it lit requires tremendous internal energy. You may not realize it consciously, but part of you always knows when to dim the light just enough to rest before you burn out completely. That's why people with powerful auras tend to cancel plans at the last minute or need their own hotel room on a group trip. To others, this might seem excessive or even dramatic. But the truth is, your energy field is larger, more open, and more sensitive than most. It absorbs more. It processes more. So naturally it needs more recovery, you might have noticed. What energizes others, like shopping malls, concerts, or a crowded restaurant, often leaves you feeling exhausted, even physically sick. While your friends come home buzzing, you come home depleted. Why? Because your aura isn't just navigating the space. It's listening to everything, every mood, every tension, every silent emotional signal in the room. It's the equivalent of trying to process 100 conversations at once, without any of them directed at you. Over time, this sensory overload can feel overwhelming unless you learn to manage it. That's why people with strong auras often develop something energy workers call psychic shields. These aren't walls. They're filters, boundaries that help regulate what energies are allowed into your field and which ones are gently kept out. Some people build these shields intuitively without ever being taught. They might visualize a bubble of light around their body or feel themselves wrapped in a protective layer that separates their essence from others. Others find grounding in crystals, metals, or even clothing colors that stabilize their vibration in chaotic environments. And here's something truly remarkable: your aura doesn't just protect you. It also has the power to harmonize the energy of entire rooms. Have you ever walked into a tense meeting? And within minutes, people start calming down. Conversations shift, and the energy softens. Have you noticed how arguments tend to dissolve when you're nearby? Even you say nothing? That's not coincidence. That's your aura at work. Your field naturally balances discord, smooths rough edges, soothes heavy moods, and invites clarity. It's like dropping a warm stone into cold water. The temperature doesn't spike, but it slowly changes everything around it. This ability is a gift, but it also comes with responsibility. Because when you're constantly absorbing and transforming energies that aren't yours, you risk losing your own clarity. So how do you protect your boundaries while keeping your light on? There are two powerful practices that can help. First, try this ancient grounding technique before entering challenging environments. Visualize roots growing from the soles of your feet deep into the earth. Feel them anchoring you. Let the energy of the earth rise into your body. It's keeping you stable no matter what emotional winds blow around you. Second, make time for daily energetic cleansing. Imagine yourself standing beneath a waterfall of golden light, washing away anything that doesn't belong to you, any tension, emotion, or fatigue you may have picked up during the day. These practices may seem simple, but they are essential maintenance for anyone with a powerful aura. Because the truth is this: your natural sensitivity and your ability to set boundaries with grace aren't limitations. They are evidence of a deeply refined energy system, one that works quietly but powerfully, day after day. In the previous sign, we explored how people with powerful auras instinctively manage their energy, knowing when to engage and when to step back. This wisdom isn't a burden. In fact, it's one of the clearest signals that your aura is functioning at a level few understand. These needs for space, solitude, and energetic boundaries aren't signs of weakness. They are signs of maturity and stewardship, of knowing that your energy is a gift. It must be protected, respected, and channeled with care. When you honor these needs, you're not being selfish, being responsible with the light you carry. So if you've ever felt different for needing alone time or choosing stillness over socializing, let that difference be your proof, because it's the fourth unmistakable sign that your energy vibrates at a higher frequency than most. And now, you arrive at the final sign, perhaps the most magical of all. Let me ask you this. Have you ever really wanted something, a job, a conversation, a random parking spot, and it just happened? Almost like the universe quietly rearranged itself to hand it to you on a silver platter. Some might call it luck, some coincidence. But is it truly random? Let's talk about sign number 5. Enhanced manifestation ability and frequent synchronicities. People with powerful auras don't just hope, they attract. They don't just wish. They broadcast intentions so clearly and so powerfully that the world around them starts to shift, quietly, precisely in their favor. It may look effortless to outsiders, but beneath the surface, their energy field is organizing reality in subtle, almost mystical ways. And yet, if you have a powerful aura, you probably don't think it's mystical at all. It just feels natural. Take a moment and reflect. Have there been times when you thought about someone and they suddenly texted or called out of the blue? Have you ever been looking for a solution and the answer literally fell into your hands, perhaps in the form of a book, a sign, or even a passing sentence from a stranger? These aren't just happy coincidences or synchronicities, moments when the universe speaks back to your intentions. You might not even realize how often this happens. That job opportunity that appeared the very week you decided to quit. That apartment that became available exactly when your lease ended. That unexpected encounter with the right person at the right time, saying the exact words you needed to hear. Others might shake their heads and say, "Wow, you're lucky." But deep down you know it's not luck. It's your aura manifesting what you silently asked for. So why does this happen? Scientists are only beginning to understand how human consciousness may influence the quantum field, the very building blocks of matter and reality. Your aura, when vibrating at high coherence, seems to reach into that quantum space, sending ripples that subtly reorganize events, people, and timing. That's why people with powerful auras often experience what Carl Jung described as meaningful coincidences more frequently than the average person. You might start seeing repeating number sequences like 111, 222, or 444, often during pivotal moments. You might find that animals appear at key times, birds, butterflies, even stray cats or dogs crossing your path, almost like messengers. Even song lyrics on the radio might speak directly to your current emotions or questions, as if the universe is replying to your thoughts in real time. And then there are the dreams. Have you ever dreamed of something before it happened? Or found the solution to a waking life problem while sleeping? That's not your imagination running wild. That's your powerful aura continuing its work during dream time, tapping into fields of information far beyond ordinary consciousness and bringing it back to your waking mind in symbols, sensations, or clarity. What's beautiful about all this is that manifestation isn't just a passive gift, it's a skill you can cultivate consciously. The stronger your aura, the clearer your intention needs to be. Because when clarity and emotion align, your aura acts like a laser cutting through timelines, doubts, and obstacles to bring your vision to life. Here's a powerful technique to try tonight. Before you sleep, sit quietly for just a few minutes. Close your eyes. Visualize something specific that you desire. Not vague wishes, but clear, heartfelt intentions. Picture it as if it's already happening. Feel the emotion of it. Smile as though you've already received it. then trust that. You're a Roth. This silent but potent force will do what it's been doing all along. Creating, lining, and attracting, not because you're lucky, not because you're special in the egoic sense, because your energy is tuned to a frequency where the universe listens. Previously, we explored how a powerful aura can align your desires with the flow of reality, bringing people, opportunities, and even messages into your life with remarkable precision. But this isn't just a passive phenomenon. You can choose to participate, consciously. Tonight, as you drift off to sleep, take a moment. Visualize that one thing your heart truly longs for. Not vaguely, not casually, clearly. Feel the scene. Step into it in your mind. Experience it as if it's already real. Let yourself feel the emotions not of wanting, but of already receiving. Gratitude, joy, relief, stillness. Because while you sleep, your powerful aura will be quietly at work rearranging possibilities, pulling threads of chance and aligning circumstances to make this vision more likely to appear. And here's a practice that can amplify this process. Even more, start keeping a synchronicity journal. Every time you experience something that feels meaningful or oddly timed, a coincidence that strikes a chord, write it down. Whether it's a number sequence, a dream, a conversation, or even a random song lyric. Log it. Over time, you'll begin to see patterns emerge. Not just isolated incidents, but a kind of dialogue between your energy and the world around you. You may discover that certain themes seem to manifest more easily for you. Maybe it's relationships, financial abundance, or creative breakthroughs. These are your natural manifestation channels. Other areas might require more clarity, more intentional focus. But if you're already seeing frequent synchronicities, if you feel like opportunities often find you without you chasing them, that's no accident. It's confirmation that your aura doesn't just operate within the physical space, it stretches further. Into the quantum realm where possibility lives. You're not just a passive player in this life. You're a co-creator shaping reality with the subtle power of your intention and attention. And that's not just extraordinary. It's a sacred responsibility. Because when you realize how much impact your energy can have, you begin to ask deeper questions. Am I using this power consciously? Am I manifesting out of love or fear? Am I uplifting others as I rise? As we come to the end of this journey, let's briefly recap the 5 undeniable signs of a powerful aura. Magnetic attraction, people are drawn to you, often without knowing why. Heightened intuition, you sense truth before it's spoken. Physical manifestations, your energy interacts with electronics, environments, even light. Natural boundary setting, you intuitively protect your energy and know when to step back. Accelerated manifestation and synchronicity. Your desires unfold into reality with almost magical timing. But here's something important to remember. These aren't fixed traits. They're not rare gifts given only. To a chosen few, they're skills. And like any skill, they can be developed, strengthened, and expanded with practice. Your aura is like a muscle. The more attention and care you give it, the stronger it becomes. So here are 3 simple daily practices to help nourish your energetic field. Visualize your aura. Spend 5 minutes each morning seeing yourself surrounded by radiant light. Set intentions from the heart. Place your hands over your chest. Speak your intentions out loud or silently. Feel them. Unplug regularly. Take conscious breaks from technology to allow your natural energy field to reset and breathe. The truth is, we all possess this energetic power at different levels. It's a real difference between those who harness it and those who don't, is awareness. Now that you've seen these signs within yourself, you've already taken the first step. You're not just watching the world move anymore. You're starting to move with it deliberately, gently, powerfully. I'll be honest with you. I used to ignore these signs in my own life. I dismissed them as imagination, wishful thinking, or just strange coincidences. But looking back now, I realize those were the first whispers of my own power, trying to get my attention. When I finally stopped brushing them aside and started honoring what I felt, everything began to change. Please don't wait as long as I did. Don't let the noise of the world drown out the quiet truth inside you. If these signs have been showing themselves to UITs for a reason, they are not random. They are your soul's way of saying, you're ready. So now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these 5 signs resonated with you the most? Which one of you experienced in ways you can't quite explain? Let me know in the comments below. Story might inspire someone else to embrace their light too. And before you go, YouTube's algorithm has chosen another video just for you. It expands on everything we've explored today. So if your intuition is nudging, you click it now, because chances are, it contains exactly what you need to hear next. From the quiet corner of Stoic Havenway, I want to say thank you for sharing your energy and time with me today. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Because when more of us learn to harness our energy consciously, the world shifts one ripple at a time. Until next time, honor your energy, trust your light, and never forget, your aura is your greatest superpower.